Hello guys! Welcome back to another English listening practice video. Today's story will help you learn new vocabulary and improve your comprehension naturally. Listen carefully and prepare to change your mindset with the story of Lamine Yamal. In a quiet working-class neighborhood named Rocafonda in Mataró, Spain, life moved with a fast and intense rhythm. The streets were filled with hard-working families, colorful street art, and the continuous sound of children playing football. It was not a place of luxury, grand mansions, or easy fortunes, but rather a community built on hard physical labor. The people who lived there faced daily economic struggles, yet their spirit remained remarkably resilient, passionate, and strong. In the summer of 2007, a young boy was born into this vibrant yet modest neighborhood. His name was Lamine Yamal. Born to a Moroccan father and an Equatorial Guinean mother who worked tirelessly for their family. From his earliest steps, the young boy showed an unusual, magnetic connection to a simple, spherical leather football. While other children carried toys or played video games, Lamine kept a worn-out ball glued directly to his tiny feet. The concrete court in Rocafonda became his primary playground, his personal training facility, and his ultimate sanctuary. He spent endless hours dodging obstacles, weaving past older neighborhood kids, and practicing tricky, unexpected skill moves. The hard concrete floor taught him how to react with rapid speed, keeping his balance even when colliding with larger opponents. Every evening as the sun went down, his family had to call him multiple times just to get him to leave the pitch. For any dedicated person working toward a difficult personal goal, this initial chapter offers an unforgettable, powerful lesson. Your origin story does not have to be written inside a prestigious, wealthy environment for you to build extraordinary talent. The humble concrete courts of life are often the exact places where the strongest, most resilient character is forged. Your lack of expensive tools or ideal circumstances cannot stop you if your inner passion burns with absolute clarity and focus. Word of this extraordinarily gifted young child quickly began to spread beyond the small borders of his hometown. Local scouts who watched him play against older boys could hardly believe the sheer confidence and composure in his movements. He moved with a rare, effortless elegance, seeing tactical passing lanes on the pitch before anyone else even noticed them. A massive, life-changing opportunity was rapidly approaching that would forever lift him out of his quiet, humble surroundings. When Lamine was just 6 years old, sharp-eyed scouts from FC Barcelona spotted his incredible raw potential on the concrete pitch. They invited the young boy to step through the prestigious gates of La Masia, the most famous football academy in the world. This was the legendary institute that had nurtured world-class icons like Lionel Messi, Andres Iniesta, and Xavi Hernandez. Stepping onto those immaculate, perfectly manicured grass fields felt like entering a sacred temple of pure football excellence. For a young child from a humble working-class neighborhood, the sudden transition to such an elite world was overwhelming. He had to learn the strict tactical philosophy, the intricate passing drills, and the precise positional play of the club. Every single training session demanded total focus, quick decision-making, and an unyielding commitment to personal improvement. While many young players felt crushed under the intense pressure and high expectations, Lamine remained completely calm and unbothered. He played with the exact same joyful, carefree freedom he had displayed back on the hard concrete courts of Rocafonda. His coaches were amazed at how he used his signature body feints and razor-sharp vision to effortlessly outsmart defenders. Despite playing against boys who were 2 or 3 years older than him, he consistently dominated every age group. He was not just adapting to the elite environment, he was redefining what was possible for a young player in the academy. For an intermediate English learner, Lamine's seamless adaptation offers a deeply inspiring lesson for your own journey. Stepping into an advanced level or trying to express yourself in a new language can often feel intimidating and unnatural. You might feel out of place when listening to complex native speakers or attempting to write sophisticated, detailed paragraphs. But if you hold on to your passion and focus on the joy of daily practice, you will naturally rise above the pressure. As Lamine steadily climbed through the youth ranks at record-breaking speed, the top club directors began taking close notice. They realized they were not just looking at another talented youth prospect, but a once-in-a-generation football prodigy. The coaches knew it was only a matter of time before this quiet teenager would step onto the biggest stadium stage on earth. In April of 2023, at just 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old, history was rewritten. FC Barcelona was playing a high-stakes La Liga match, and manager Xavi Hernandez motioned toward the substitute bench. He called young Lamine forward, told him to take off his warm-up jacket, and handed him his final instructions. Stepping onto the grass of the Spotify Camp Nou, Lamine officially became the youngest player in the club's modern history. The 90,000 fans inside the massive stadium gasped as this 15-year-old kid moved with complete, calm authority. In his very first touch of the ball, he nearly provided a brilliant assist, demonstrating zero fear or hesitation. He was not playing like a nervous teenager making a brief, symbolic appearance in front of millions of viewers. He looked like a seasoned, elite veteran who had belonged on that famous blue and red pitch for a decade. Within a few short months, the record books of European football were being rewritten almost every single week. He became the youngest starter in La Liga history, the youngest goal scorer in the Spanish league, and the youngest in El Clásico. Defenders twice his age and with 10 times his experience struggled to stop his sharp dribbling and quick changes of direction. Yet, despite this sudden, explosive global fame, Lamine remained remarkably grounded, humble, and deeply connected to his roots. For an intermediate English learner, this rapid, extraordinary breakthrough delivers an essential, practical mindset lesson. Age, background, and previous experience do not determine your ultimate capacity to speak with confidence and authority. When you step out onto your personal stage, you must leave your self-doubt behind and trust your preparation. Do not wait until you feel completely older, wiser, or perfect before you dare to express your voice to the world. As the 2023 season progressed, Lamine secured his place as a permanent starter for Barcelona's first team. His miraculous performances caught the immediate attention of the Spanish national team manager, Luis de la Fuente. The international stage was calling his name, and an incredible summer tournament was waiting to test his talent. In the summer of 2024, Lamine Yamal traveled to Germany to represent Spain at the UEFA European Championship. At just 16 years old, he was not only the youngest player ever selected for the tournament, but a core starting winger. While most 16-year-olds were preparing for school exams, Lamine was carrying the offensive attacks of a football superpower. In fact, between intense matches, he was quietly doing his secondary school homework inside his hotel room in Germany. Throughout the group stages, his electric speed and pinpoint cross deliveries left top international defenders completely helpless. He provided brilliant assist after assist, unlocking stubborn defensive lines with ease as Spain marched through the knockout rounds. Every time the ball reached his feet on the right wing, thousands of fans stood up in anticipation of pure magic. He played with an irresistible mixture of tactical discipline, creative flair, and an unshakable, youthful joy. The peak of this historic international tournament arrived in the tense, high-stakes semifinal match against France. Trailing by a goal, Lamine received the ball outside the penalty box, executed a sharp body feint, and shifted to his left foot. From 25 yards out, he unleashed a breathtaking, curling strike that flew into the top corner of the net. It was an iconic, unforgettable goal that immediately went viral across every social media platform on the globe. For any dedicated language learner, this defining Euro performance reveals a deeply inspiring truth about mastering a skill. Greatness does not come from waiting for the perfect, comfortable moment to show what you are capable of doing. It comes from having the courage to take a bold step forward when the pressure is at its absolute highest. When you face difficult conversations or challenging grammar tests, embrace the opportunity to shine under pressure. Spain went on to win the European Championship, with Lamine being named the best young player of the whole tournament. At 17, he held a prestigious European trophy, while the global media declared him the new face of world football. Yet, amidst the roaring celebrations and blinding stadium confetti, his thoughts turned back to where his journey began. Whenever Lamine scores a spectacular goal on the world's biggest stages, he performs a very specific hand celebration. He uses his fingers to form the numbers 3, 0, and 4, a gesture seen by hundreds of millions of viewers globally. These 3 digits are not a random symbol, but rather the postal code digits of his humble neighborhood, Rocafonda 304. Even while standing on top of the football world, he ensures his origin story remains permanently written on his hands. His rise to global stardom brought immense pride, hope, and joy to the hardworking people of his hometown community. He proved to thousands of young kids playing on concrete courts that their neighborhood was not a limit on their dreams. By honoring his Moroccan and Equatorial Guinean heritage alongside his Spanish identity, he became a global symbol of diversity. He represents a modern generation that takes immense pride in where they come from, regardless of social status or wealth. With his rapid ascension, the media began drawing endless comparisons between Lamine and the legendary Lionel Messi. Managing that constant, heavy burden of media expectation would be enough to break the confidence of most young athletes. Yet Lamine responded with remarkable grace, consistently stating that he wanted to craft his own unique name in history. He treats comparisons as a compliment, but remains laser-focused on his individual growth, day after day, week after week. For an intermediate English learner, Lamine's handling of global fame offers a deeply meaningful lesson on personal growth. Never forget the humble beginning of your language learning journey. Even as your vocabulary and fluency steadily grow, embrace your unique personal voice, accent, and background rather than trying to sound like a perfect copy of someone else. Authenticity combined with continuous hard work is what makes your personal communication truly unique and compelling. Today, Lamine Yamal stands as one of the most valuable, exciting, and admired young talents in global sports history. His journey from a concrete pitch in Rocafonda to lifting international trophies proves that limits are meant to be broken. His career is only just beginning, but his legacy as an inspiration to millions is already firmly carved in stone.